Hi guys, good day. So in this particular video, I'm going to show to you or discuss to you about the two general categories of test items. So what are those two general categories of test items? So number one would be the objective items. So number two is subjective items. So each one will be discussed properly. So here's the video. So for the first category of test items is the objective items. So what is an objective item? So this requires students to select the correct responses. So for example is multiple choice. And second one is true or false. So for the advantages of multiple choice is that students may be able to be given a chance to recall what they have learned from their previous classes or from their previous discussions. Now for the true or false, which is the second example of the objective test item. So in this particular test item, students may be able to test their comprehension skills, and it consists of two options like true or false, of course, which is much more easier than multiple choice. Now, in this particular test items, the true or false test items is that students are forced to choose between two possible answers. So that's why true or false test items is what we call forced choice. Now, another example for objective test items is what we call the matching test items. So in this test items is consist of two columns which has relation to each other. So commonly the first column is from the left and the second one is at the right. So column A and column B. So primarily column A would be the question and the column B would be the choices. So for the mechanics for this kind of test items is just going to connect from the column A question to the column B answer. So something like that. Now for the last example for the objective test items is what we call the ranking test items. So in this particular test items is there is a series of events specifically can be applied in history subjects. Now, a series of events are rumbled together and let the students guess the correct order of the events that is being rumbled. So, in these test items, comprehension skills and critical analysis skills for the students must be acquired. So for the second general categories of test items is what we call the subjective items. So this requires students to think critically and make their original answers. So commonly, common example for this kind of test items is what we call the essay test items. Now in this kind of test items, students are required to recall all what they have learned from their previous lectures or from their previous readings in their classes. Comprehension skills, writing skills, and critical skills is also acquired from these particular test items. So those are the two general categories of test items, mainly the objective test items and the subjective test items. So that will be all for this third video. Thank you guys and thanks for watching.